Okay guys, this video I'm going to keep it pretty brief because if you followed the first 3 videos of this series, you can see how everything's pretty much set up. But what we're going to do for this final one is set up DHCP specifically for the 1600 series IP telephones. Okay, so I've opened up DHCP here, and as you can see, as it's loading everything, loading the scope, because that scope I've already made. And again, this is kind of the same assumption. If your network team already has scopes built, this just tells you what options you need to add for your 1600 series phone, because you can see the one I've already created for 4600. So we're going to go create one for 1600. All right, so right click on the server name and set predefined options. Click add name. Call this 1600 series IP telephones option. I'm just calling it whatever, right? We're going to give this a string value code 242, because 242 is the option. That was weird. Is the option that the phone looks for. The 1600 series phones specifically look for. Same reason that the 4600 looks for 176. The 1600 looks for 242. Don't ask me who made up these numbers, because I didn't. All right, so in the scope options, configure options, scroll down and select 242. All right, from here you want to, in the string value, you want to type PADD equals 192.168.1.150. This is your call server, the CLAN board that the phone is going to connect to. And we're going to type, this is where it's different than the 4600. Let me actually move this down so you can see. There you go, you can see it. HTTPSRVR equals 192.168.1.180. And that's it. That's all you need to add in here. You can add other options. Just refer to the document for it, or the 1600 series administration document, install admin document, whatever you want to call it. All right, so I'm going to say apply here, say OK. And you can see how it's different because of the fact that the 1600 series phones don't care what MC port you use, because it's already predefined, it's already in there. But they do care about where the call server is, and they do care about where their file server is. All right, so where the 4600 looks for a TFTP server, the 1600 looks for a web server. So we're going to tell the phone this is the web server we need to connect to. All right, some other options you want to set, because the phones are much better than the 4600 series in the terms of reading the DHCP options. You can go in here and add other things like DNS. All right, so I'm going to say 192.168.1.1, say add, say apply, and say OK. That way, the phones can get all the information they need. All right, so what we're going to do now at this point is we're going to, let me make sure there's no leases here. Delete. No, I won't delete that. That's my iPad. What's this? I don't know what that is. We're going to watch and make sure to see if our phone pulls the address. All right? So, delete. So now that this option's loaded, what we're going to do is we're going to reset the values on our IP telephone. So I'm going to hit the mute button and spell out reset on the keypad. R-E-S-E-T pound. It's going to ask me to reset values. I say yes. Am I sure? Yes. And there you go. You can hear the audible tone that the phone has resetting all of its values. Okay? And what it's going to do is it's going to go into DHCP when it reboots. It boots up and it says DHCP and starts counting. It's going to come in here and it's going to get it's going to get an IP address out of the pool, and then all of these options in here, except for 176, of course, it's going to look at all these options, and then your phone will be ready to go. It'll prompt you for the extension and a password, just like we set up in here. Okay, and once you get prompted to that, you type in your extension, you type in the password, and you are good to go. So now the phone has booted, and it's starting to look for, and I think it's this one right here actually. No, I'm sorry. It is this one. Okay, this phone right here. This is the phone, because 124821, that's the new address. Okay, so it has gotten that address. It's applied all of these options, and the phone is already back up and running. See? I typed in my extension, my password, and now I have an extension. That's it. Okay, so kind of a wrap up on all the IP telephones. You know what? I'll do it for the last video as kind of a summary of everything, so I can give you my opinions on the differences between the 4600s and the 1600 series phones. All right? Does that sound fair? Cool. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I know this last video has been kind of was quick and brief. Well, there was a reason for that, and that's mainly because of the fact that I wanted you to see that adding additional DHCP options already into an existing pool is much easier than you think, and having all your internet or your web server already set up that you can watch in the previous video, it's very easy to set up everything dynamic instead of static. All right, so thanks for watching. I will see you in the wrap-up video that I do after this one, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.